So we cannot see the changes going on around because this process is very slow and our lives are very short. But nature keeps on working and bringing all these changes because it never rests, it never takes rest or stops. So now you remember that the world was getting cooler and was slowly drying up. As it became cooler, as it became cooler, the climate changed and many other things changed. Now, as the earth changed, animals changed and newer types of animals appeared. You might have seen at first we have only simple sea animals. Then comes the complicated sea animals. Later, as dry land increased, there came animals which lived both in water and on land, like crocodiles or frogs, which we called as amphibians, the animals that live in land both in water and on land are called amphibians, and the examples are crocodile or frogs. So as the earth change, it brings many changes and it give rise to newer types of animals. At first we were having only simple sea animals. Then came complicated sea animals. After that, when the dry land increased, we have animals that lived on both in land and on in water and on land. As I told you, they are the amphibians like crocodile and frogs. These were further followed by animals which lived entirely on land. Again, we had animals which lived only on land, and then there comes the birds which could fly in the air. This is as a result of changes that happened in the earth that give rise to newer types of animals. First, we have simple sea animals, then came complicated sea animals, which is then followed by the animals that live both on land and in water. Then we had animals that lived entirely on land, and then comes the birds which could fly in the air. This is because of the changes that happened in the earth. I hope up till now the chapter is very much clear to you. I have mentioned the frog. This is an interesting study as in its own life in a way. It shows us how animals gradually changed from water animals to land animals. Now you have seen the frog. Frog is an amphibian that live both on land and in water. So this is the change that happened, that animals that live entirely in water, they are also living on land. They are also well adapted to live on land. And a frog at first is a fish, but later it becomes like a land animal and it breathes with its lung as all land animals do. You know, frog at first is a fish. It is like a fish who could live only in water, but later it changed from water animal to land animal, and when it was able to survive on land, it breathed through lungs as other land animals do. As you all know, land animals, they breathe through lungs, right? Similarly, frog was also able to breathe through lungs. There were great forests in those early days when life started on land. When life started on land, what there were great forests. The land must have been all swampy with thick jungles on it. The land must have been swampy. Swampy, as I told you, land which is soft and wet, and this swampy land is having thick jungles on it, means thick forest. These forests later on covered with covered up and with the pressure of great deal of rock and earth, they slowly changed to coal. You know that we get our coal from mines deep down in the earth. The coal mines are really old forests of those far off days. So, as the life started on land, we had thick forest, right? And these forests are having a swampy land. These forests are on swampy land that becomes thick jungles. These forests later on they covered with earth and rocks, right? And they slowly changed to coal. And you all know we get coal from the coal mines, deep mines in the earth, right? We get coal from deep mines in the earth, and these coal mines are the really old forest of far off days. So I would like to stop this session here so that you can go through the chapter which we had done up till here. If you had any doubt, you are free to ask anytime in the next class. Till then, take care, bye bye, stay healthy, stay safe. Read chapter Letter from Father, page number 82 and 83 till we read today. Next part we'll take up in the next class. Till then, bye bye, take care.